Hey you guys, welcome to my Venus through Sign series. This is for Venus in Cancer. So if in your birth chart, not by transit, but if in your birth chart Venus is in a sign of Cancer, these messages are for you. And this is for the month of April 2020. And then also you can apply this if you have Cancer as your 7th house ruler as well. So I've changed it up a little bit this month. It's more, it's done more so like a spread. And then I'll also be explaining how it goes as I go along here. I'm sorry, that goes there. My bad. All right, so starting off, the overall energies for you guys is going through some sort of emotional purging, emotional transformation. I feel like you guys are maybe like in search of something. Maybe you don't know what you're in search of, but you just know that something's missing. Maybe it's love, maybe it is career, maybe it's purpose. But I feel like you're having to find yourself, and it's not really been easy. You also may be going through some sort of changes where you know you have to let go of old people, old situations that no longer serve your highest good. But I feel like you feel a sense of emptiness. You also may be experiencing loneliness or what do you call it? I feel like it's anxiety. I feel like it's anxiety. Things are triggering you. Abandonment issues might bring about some sort of loneliness. So like some people are fine and okay with the state that we're in, but maybe for you is triggering things. So try to take care of yourself. Try not to let things get to you. It's okay to, cry it out, purge, but don't stay this way. But I am concerned that this is your overall energy for the month. So this kind of looks like you're letting go of things in your past. But I mean, it's for the best. It's for the best because I just feel like maybe something could have been heavy or weighing you down in the first place. I feel like you'll come out realizing that something was for the best. Maybe you don't see it now, maybe you don't understand it, but you will. And I also see here, I'm looking at the sun and moon being eclipsed like this. So I know sun and moon are actually getting ready to oppose one another in a few days when moon moves into Libra. So it makes me feel like maybe a secret will be revealed or a secret's going to come out. Yeah, but whatever it is, I feel like it needs to come out. Love situation, you could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. Either way, I feel like something's going on where people are not communicating properly, or people are saying things here and there and then just leaving out like little breadcrumbs. So it definitely looks like there are communication problems if you're in a relationship. You might be going through a breakup, or just if you're not going through a breakup, the relationship itself could be going through a rough patch. And that's because you guys are needing to also maybe set boundaries or speak up for yourself. I don't know if you don't feel like you can speak up for yourself, but you need to. You also could be a Gemini with Venus in Cancer, and you're just kind of like going through some things. This also indicates that there could be like a lack of maturity, like you're dealing with someone immature, or you might be behaving immaturely. So just kind of watch your actions. Make sure you think before you speak. Let things process before you speak. Don't be so quick to make some sort of decision either. I feel like you need to think about decisions before you make them. Something else I was getting ready to say here. Yeah, now also if you're deciding that you want to date, maybe you're just kind of testing the waters. But it looks like you're also just overall coming off as guarded, or maybe it feels like people are guarded or distant towards you try your best. I know everyone wants to be safe, but try not to be too deeply into the social the social distance agenda. I don't like how that's being pushed so hard. I understand what they're saying, but I feel like there's so much more to than what meets the eye. And maybe that's another thing you need to do. Stop looking. Maybe this is you walking away from the news. Walk away from it, because I feel like it's pumping out a lot of things that aren't healthy for the mind, body, or soul. Now, also the outcome of your love life, I feel like it's indicating that you need, if there's something that you want, you have to go after it. You can't be shy. You have to learn how to go after your desires. You have to go after your passions. So I feel like maybe this is about learning, or your will needs to be developed, because I feel like maybe there's a loss of will or a lack of desire, but it looks like it is kind of building back up. Also, the outcome could be that if you are torn between two people, you might be leaning more towards a fire sign. Career or general advice is over here. And so I feel like this is about starting over. It's like you're having to start completely over. I feel like your identity has been wiped out or erased. Maybe that's how you feel. Maybe that's how you're viewing some things. And so this is you just saying, let me just have a clean slate. Let me start over. Let me view this as life is an adventure. So maybe you are having to leave your job, like you had to let it go. Or maybe you are now in search of your passion, what you can do for yourself, for your home, or how to make money. It does look like there's some sort of financial struggles here. There's a little juggling going on here. You're having to stretch your dollar. Maybe you have the money in your savings, and maybe you're depleting whatever is in your checking account, and you're like, man, now I got to dip in my savings. So I do feel like you're needing to stretch your dollar, or you're having to rob Peter to pay Paul type of situation. Try not to buy or purchase things that you don't really need at this time, because it looks like there's a lack of stability. Matter of fact, that is kind of like the outcome is like having a lack of stability. This also indicates that whatever you've been doing, you haven't learned something. Like you're having to repeat the same thing, or maybe you're trying to rush something or skip steps, but that always sets you back. Maybe you quit before you give something time. Maybe you keep giving up too easily on something. Like, I don't know, something. I feel like you need to focus better, or give something a chance, or give something more time to develop. Like if you have some sort of business ideas, maybe you keep working on it, then saying, no, this isn't working, I hate it. And then you just drop it and start something new. Or maybe you're starting jobs and then you're like, I hate this job, and you're quitting like immediately. I feel like you're trying to find yourself. And that's okay. I mean, you're going to hit some sort of bumps and things of that sort, but I just kind of feel like you're trying to find yourself. The only thing I'm saying here, though, is that this does to me indicate that you're repeating. Something's repetitive. It's a mistake. Something keeps going over your head. And especially with the Fool being here, it's something you're being naive about. You're not paying attention to something. And make sure that you're paying attention to signs or messages or something, because it's indicating that you aren't. And then the advice. This to me is telling me more about what's going on. So this to me is indicating that you're stressing, you have anxiety, you're overthinking things, you're afraid to do certain things. So break it. That's some sort of pattern or habit that you need to break. And it really has to do with your thoughts. Like something is really in your head. You might be making things out to be worse than what they are. Maybe you feel stuck, but you're not really stuck. Maybe you feel like you can't change your situation, but that's not true. I just feel like overall you need to get out of your head. Also, don't be influenced by what other people are saying. I feel like you need to find your own identity. I don't know if you are one of those type of people who says things because it's a popular opinion or because it's safe to say. Like, it's time for you to stop doing that if that's your situation. Especially, again, looking at the Fool. This is about having to find your own identity, not caring what other people have to say, not caring about the input. And like I was saying, something about the news, the things that you're watching on the news over and over again. It's just giving you anxiety, and you need to just kind of let it go or stop it. Stop watching it. Change the channel. I feel like people are saying things to you that's driving you crazy. You also could be losing some sort of sleep. I feel like you need to break some sort of chain. Like you look like you're mentally enslaved here. Something is mentally enslaving you, and you might be in denial about it. You need to confront something that's eating at you. You need to confront it, deal with it, look in the mirror, and it has to do with the self going within. I feel like you don't like being within. Like this is something that's really bothering you, but this is exactly what Spirit wants for you. Matter of fact, this looks like spiritual attack, but I don't feel like it's from evil eye. I feel like it's spirit guides trying to get you to do something, to get out of your comfort zone, or to maybe change your perspective, your mental perspective. Something's going on here. So those are the overall messages that I have for you guys. Hopefully that resonates. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.